We are here in the beautiful Miami Beach penthouse apartment of Steve Berke, and if the face looks familiar to you folks, you may have recognized him from the Should Be Legalized video or the Pot Shop video. We've played a couple of those on our rotation here at 420 Radio quite a bit, but there's much more to the man than just some clever videos. Thank you for having us here.
Oh, no, my pleasure. Thanks for coming to talk to me.
The big thing going on right now, of course, you're running for mayor.
I'm running for mayor. It's the second time I'm running. I ran 2 years ago in the race. There were 4 candidates. I finished in second with close to 30% of the vote on election day. And, it was a difficult decision whether or not to run again because it was not a pleasant process.
Oh, yeah. What was so unpleasant? I
don't know. I went into the race kind of, ambitious and all wide-eyed, and then I realized how dirty politics is, and I learned that it's a very thankless project. I mean, people giving me the middle finger. I got death threats. I got all kinds of nasty emails, and it was just how do I explain it? It was an uncomfortable process because the amount of work it took to compete with the system, the political system, being you need to have a lot of money.
Yeah.
If you don't have a lot of money, good luck. I didn't run just to run. I ran because I wanted to win. So I spent a lot of my own money. I invested $50,000 of my own money into that race.
Wow.
And what do you get for it afterwards? Nothing. You came in second. So,
yeah, first loser.
It was expensive, but what we did accomplish was we raised a lot of awareness for certain issues that weren't being brought into the public conversation. For example, our Miami Beach Convention Center is like the economic engine that drives our city. Nobody was talking about it. I was the first one to kind of bring plans and bring a rendering of what this convention center can and should be. And of course, now 2 years later, we're voting on it. This November 5th, we're voting on whether or not to get a $1.2 billion new convention center. Pension crisis, a lot of local municipal issues that most people would be bored about, but we raised a lot of awareness for these issues, and so while my campaign wasn't successful in getting elected, it was successful in raising awareness for certain issues that residents need raising awareness of.
Yeah.
So.
Now, you mentioned the dirty aspect of politics. Did any of this have to do with people recognizing your activism toward marijuana legalization and having a negative opinion of that?
Sure. I think, obviously, people knew my YouTube videos and having a candidate that had kind of silly videos on the internet was a unique challenge for my opponents because how do you attack me for that? That's my profession. That's what I do. That's how I make my revenue. And so it was difficult, but they used it. They definitely said, "Oh, he thinks that this election's a joke, and he's not taking this seriously." And if I wasn't taking it seriously, I wouldn't have spent months and months of my time and thousands of dollars of my own money in trying to get elected. One of the reasons why I ran for office is because the more I looked into our local municipal government, the more outraged I became with how everything is being run like a banana republic. And we have a mayor. She's now being termed out. This is her last term. We had a mayor that I felt was the best way to describe our mayor in Miami Beach was like if you had Michelle Bachmann and Sarah Palin have a baby who spoke Spanish and English, but neither language too well. That's what our mayor is like.
Hey, it's a drink to get this awful taste out of my mouth. That's terrible.
Yeah, so I was disappointed with our elected officials, and what I learned is that if you don't play the game in Miami Beach, if you don't play the political game, you can't get elected. And if you do play the game, you can get elected no matter how bad of a public servant you're going to be. And so unfortunately for this upcoming election, I have to play the game a little bit more.
Now this this was the incumbent mayor you ran against previously. So
Correct.
Now that it's a wide open field, you feel your chances are better. You're not running against an incumbent.
Sure, yeah. Defeating an incumbent in politics is really, really difficult because the way that they set things up, they make it difficult for you to defeat an incumbent.
I think in the House of Representatives, it's like 96% of them win re-election.
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
really
Nationwide, it's similar.
It's really difficult. But yeah, this year our mayor is termed out. We have an open seat, so my chances are much better. My name recognition is much stronger. I've stayed active in our community. I've served on a board in Miami Beach, and people are comfortable with me as a community activist now. Before, I kind of came out of nowhere.
Excellent. And I understand you're doing something this weekend. Maybe we should tell people about the.
Yeah, so this weekend, Saturday, the second Saturday of every month in Miami Beach is Art Walk. And for people who don't know, Miami has one of the most unique communities in the entire world, where we had a neglected area of town that one developer invited street artists to go and paint walls of neglected and abandoned buildings. And now it's become, every year during Art Basel, which is a huge art fair in December, we have all these famous artists that come down and paint all these walls, and now it's just an incredible neighborhood. You walk around, you drive around, and every single building is painted by, you know, Shepard Fairey and Retina, and, you know, it's incredible. And so every second Saturday, all the galleries in that neighborhood open up, and some give free drinks and free food, and all the Miami residents come and take a look at all the different art.
All right, so there's this great event that's going on this Saturday. We're going to be covering it on 420 Radio. It's the Art Walk here in Miami. You're a big part of this. Tell us a little bit about it.
Sure. So Art Walk is an event that happens the second Saturday of every month in a neighborhood called Wynwood. Wynwood used to be this abandoned, neglected part of Miami until a developer by the name of Goldman invited a bunch of artists to come and paint all the walls of the abandoned buildings in there. And little by little, after about 7-8 years, the entire neighborhood got painted, and it's incredible. We have famous artists from Shepard Fairey all the way to like local artists like Abstract who have painted all the walls here. And it's become like kind of a local Miami thing. And second Saturday, everyone comes out, and anywhere from 20,000 to 100,000 people are walking around the streets there. We happen to be throwing an event on Saturday. It's called the Free Your Mind event. And it's from a local Miami artist, and it's at the new Be Free Media event space. And it's their grand opening. They're helping me on my campaign this year. They've donated a couple electric cars. We're going to be giving people free rides in Miami Beach, cool, and handing out campaign materials. And for anybody who's seen the video Pot Shop, we filmed in Wynwood. All those graffiti walls that you see in that video are in the Wynwood neighborhood. So it's exciting. The event's going to start at 8 o'clock this Saturday and go until you know, the last person leaves the space. But it should be a lot of fun.
All right. So people come out to that if you're in the area, and if people want to help the Steve Berke campaign, how can they get in touch with you?
Yeah, the best way is to go on my website, steveberkeformayor.com. It's B-E-R-K-E, so kind of an unusual spelling for the last name. But yeah, you can go and you can donate on the website, or you can just check out my videos, play some games, see what I'm all about. If you want to come out, if you're in the South Florida area and you want to come out to the event on Saturday, the address is 2312 North Miami Avenue. So it's on 23rd in North Miami.
All right. So, you know, I imagine running for mayor going to keep you really, really busy, but we love the videos you put out. We love the activism you do with the marijuana community. What's next as far as that direction for you? Is it on hold during your mayoral campaign?
You know, yes and no. Yeah. You know, people know me for, you know, campaigning in kind of an unorthodox fashion, so I'm in the process of writing a Jay-Z parody, and it's going to include my entire platform in the video. I did one 2 years ago. It was a Bruno Mars parody called Platform, actually. It was a grenade parody, and I sang my entire platform in that video. So I'm going to be doing another one, and it looks like that my entire campaign is going to be covered by MTV this year.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, it's not going to air until after the campaign, but we're going to have cameras filming my every move, and it's going to be exciting. They're doing a documentary, a 1-hour documentary on my candidacy for mayor.
Wow. And speaking of the videos that you do, writing this new parody and everything, we saw a brief cameo in your last one, Macklemore and Ryan Lewis parody. But what reaction do you get from the artists when you do these parodies?
Usually really positive.
Yeah.
Every artist I've ever parodied has contacted me somehow. You know, I think my very first parody was The Script, and they messaged me on MySpace. That was back a few years
back
ago.
in the day.
People actually used MySpace. The only artist that I parodied that never got in contact, I don't know if he's seen it or not, is Eminem with the Should Be Legalized. But everybody else loves my parodies, and I know my agent's trying to get in contact with Jay-Z and Justin Timberlake. They're going to be here in Miami on August 16th, so we're going to see if we can get them in this next parody as well.
Oh, that'd be fantastic. Jay-Z, Justin, if you're watching, make sure you get a hold of Steve, because, you know, they follow the show all the time.
You know, if they're going to party in South Beach, they're definitely going to come to our club. So
that's right.
Yeah.
Well, this is fantastic. We wish you the best of luck running for mayor, and if there's anything we can do to help, we're always right here for you.
I appreciate it. Thanks so much. Obviously, I'm a fan of the show. I've listened to it many, many a times, and Normal's been a big help, always promoting my my activism, so I'm very grateful for that. And there's going to be lots more, so stay tuned. Check out the Steve Berke Comedy channel on YouTube. It's youtube.com/Steve Berke Comedy. And thanks for having me, Russ.
All right, thank you.
All right.
And if I could do one more thing, if you could just say, hey, this is Steve Berke, you're listening to 420 Radio.
Sure. Hey, this is Steve